All right. The May 21st, 2024 meeting of Transportation Committee will now come to order. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Ms. Bonnick. Ms. Bonnick is present. Chairman Burgess.
Here.
Chairman Burgess is present. Mr. Colby. Here. Mr. Colby is present. Mr. Florio. Here. Mr. Florio is present. Mr. Frazier. Here. Mr. Frazier is present. Ms. Hugh Smith. Here. Ms. Hugh Smith is present. Mr. Keller. Here. Mr. Keller is present.
Is there anyone signed up for the public forum?
No, there is not.
Is there anyone present who has not signed up to speak who would like to address the committee at this time? Okay. Well, we have Pat Gooch, Senior Planner for Monroe County's Planning and Development Department, will now give a brief overview of the 2025 to 2030 Capital Improvement Program as it pertains to the Transportation Committee.
Thank you, Chairperson Burgess. You should all have a copy of the recommended 2025-2030 CIP, or Capital Improvement Program. This report reflects the culmination of an 11-month process beginning in late summer, with departments proposing a 6-year funding plan for capital projects. A committee reviews the proposed projects and requires changes based on project priority and fiscal constraints on the program. After review by the county executive, the CIP is submitted to the county planning board. The planning board reviews the CIP, holds a public hearing, and sets priorities for the capital budget year, which is the first year of the CIP, or in this case, 2025. The planning board returns the draft CIP to the county executive, who then submits the recommended CIP to your honorable body. At the June meeting of the legislature, you'll set a public hearing for July, and then, upon your favorable review, vote to adopt the plan. There are no funding approvals associated with taking action on this referral. Transportation projects account for almost 17% of CIP funding. The county DOT's program is divided into highways and bridges and traffic and engineering. I'll go into each. Highways and bridges has a large program that begins on page 71 of the CIP. There are 27 projects in this program, 4 of which are new. 2 of the new projects are related to bridge work that is 95% federally funded, and it is advancing to the 2025 budget year. This is over $1.8 million in federal funding to help maintain our local roadways. The other 2 new projects are programmed in 2030 and include rehabilitation to 5 Mile Line Road and preventive maintenance to bridges around Monroe County. The Highway and Bridge program accounts for just under 14% of the total capital program. The traffic engineering portion is on page 85 of the CIP. There are 7 traffic engineering projects, the first 4 of which will be funded with county cash. The transportation engineering program accounts for almost 3% of the total capital program. I will be happy to take questions when you get to this item on your agenda. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Gooch. The next item on the agenda is the approval of minutes. You have the April 30th, 2024 minutes of the Transportation Committee before you. They will stand approved unless the clerk is notified of any changes by the end of the day. The next item on the agenda is new business. Madam Clerk.
Referral 24-0163. Adopt 2025-2030 Capital Improvement Program.
Moved by Hugh Smith, seconded by Bonnick. Are there any discussion? DeFlorio, Legislator DeFlorio.
Thank you. Through the chair to the administration, can you tell us what bridges and highways are in most need of improvement, and if all of these high need projects are actually scheduled in the 2025 to 2030 CIP?
Through the chair, the way that the schedule is set up in the CIP for the Bridge and Highway program, the roads and bridges that need the most attention are programmed in the early part of the CIP program. So we look at bridge condition ratings, highway conditions, and program them at the right time. I don't know if that answers your question.
So thank you as a follow-up through the chair to the administration. So it sounds like the bridges and highways that are in most need would be included in this program then.
Through the chair, that's correct.
Thank you. And then through the chair to the administration, as a follow-up, can we get a copy of the most updated bridge and road condition grades on all roads and bridges throughout Monroe County?
Through the chair, we can provide that to you. It'll take a bit of time,
Yeah,
but yes,
thank
we
you.
can do that.
Thank you. And then one additional question through the chair to the administration. Have all of the projects that were included on previous CIPs but not completed at this time been rescoped for this CIP? I know that over the last couple of years, we've done a lot of budget adjustments for projects where obviously costs have changed, and I just want to make sure that we've actually rescoped older projects.
Through the chair, yes, the CIP numbers are updated regularly, including through this process. This year, specifically, the numbers did increase due to inflation over the past years, but the budget scope for the projects has remained the same. Costs have just increased.
Thank you. I guess scope was the wrong word, so thank you for the clarification. I yield.
Legislator.
Through you, Mr. Chairman, to the administration. For the road projects, have any of these projects been updated to reflect our commitment to the active transportation plan?
Through the chair, yes, the Department of Transportation is actively working on updating its design and engineering to include the active transportation plan concepts within the CIP.
Any other discussions? No other discussions? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Item carries. Next item.
Referral 24-0169, authorize a contract with and accept a donation of services from Genesee Transportation Council for the Monroe County Active Transportation Plan Implementation Plan.
Moved by legislator Hugh Smith, seconded by legislator Bonnet. Are there any discussions? Legislator Frazier.
Through the chair, the Monroe County Active Transportation Plan was completed last summer and is available online, but we can get a copy to the clerk's office.
Thank you. I yield the floor.
Any other discussions? No other discussions? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Item carries. Next item.
Referral 24-0170, authorize a contract with Rochester Earth, Inc. for construction services for the Aldridge Road Sidewalk Project in the town of Perrington.
Moved by legislator Hugh Smith, seconded by legislator Bonnet. Are there any discussions? Okay. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Item carries. Next item.
Referral 24-0171, amend the 2024 capital budget and bond resolution 414 of 2023 to provide an increase in funding and authorize contracts with Greenman Peterson, Inc. for engineering services and the New York State Department of Transportation for the Highway Preventative Maintenance Number 12 project in the towns of Brighton and Henrietta.
Moved by Hugh Smith, legislator Hugh Smith, seconded by legislator Bonnet. Any discussions? Yes, legislator Kobe.
Thank you, Chairman. Through you, Mr. Chairman, to the administration, why is the Highland Road Drive and 390 Caucus Road projects pulled out from federal funding? Or don't qualify for federal funding, might be the better question.
Through the chair, There is a section of Highland Drive between Jefferson Road and 390 that is getting federal funding. The section that we are adding as a betterment is a section from 390 to Calkins Road, and that section of the highway is not considered federally eligible.
Through the chairman, what does it take to designate something federally fundable and not federally fundable? The color of the pavement, or?
Through the chair, I can get back to Legislator Colby with the answer to that. It is rather an odd situation. I don't think we have any other highways in the county that have this type of arrangement, but I will get back to Legislator Colby with that answer.
Thank you very much.
Any other discussions? No other discussions? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Item carries. Are there any other matters to come before the committee? Oh, Legislator DeFlorio. I'm sorry, I'm moving ahead of myself. I'm sorry.
Month, and I apologize, I'm not sure if it was at committee or at full ledge. I had asked for a listing of and I'm not sure if it's high incident or high accident intersections as it pertained to one of the referrals last month, and I do not believe I have received that response yet. Is that something I can still get?
If it was asked for at the last month, I'm sure that Director Fries is aware of it and is working on it, but I will check on the status of that for you.
Thank you.
Now, is there any other discussion? All right. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. You gotta excuse me. I left my glasses home, everybody. All right. There being no other matters, the May 21st, 2024 meeting of the Transportation Committee stands adjourned. The next meeting of the Transportation Committee will be held on Tuesday, June 25th, 2024 at 5:15 p.m.